Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am the rewatcher, Colton Robertson. I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it is always a pleasure to have you today. We've got Season 2, Episode 15, titled Slaves and Masters. It originally aired on February 9th, 1991. It was written for the screen by Harley Peyton and Robert Engels, and directed by, yes, that Diane Keaton, legendary actress of the screen. How are we feeling about Slaves and Masters here?
Well, we are... I feel like entering quite the new era of the show, at least maybe just the Wyndham Earl era, and he's quite taken over at large. But other than him, the other side stories I feel like are even kind of taking a new or they're all going either maybe to one place or at least starting different storylines or to kind of ending something. So it's a very it feels like this is the beginning of the end.
We're turning over a new leaf and heading into the final chapter. I tend to agree with that. We get a lot of, the conclusion of the Marsh storyline is a big part of that. Ben comes to. There's a little bit going on. The Wyndham Earl stuff is really heating up. Ed and Norma are officially on the horse. It's feeling like, okay, we're heading places. Let's fucking do this. So if you're ready, I can go ahead and take us into a scene by scene a little bit, and we can dive on in.
Oh yeah, give me the Diane Keaton episode. That's a
Diane Keaton. How about it?
It does make sense though. I didn't know it at the time while watching, but it did have some juice. It did have some interesting differences.
It had an abundance of juice. There was it was a full 12-pack of Capri Suns. It was delicious. I enjoyed it a great deal. This was a goodie. And it does a lot to conclude some of our lesser storylines in meaningful ways, which I really do appreciate. But we'll start with one of those lesser storylines where Malcolm Sloan and Evelyn Marsh speak to the police about James Hurley, pointing the finger at him for the murder of Evelyn's husband, Jeffrey. They're like, yeah, it was him. He probably he's gone. He's long gone, too. He probably ran as soon as even before Jeffrey got in the accident. He probably knew what he did, and he was set.
Damn. Yeah. This, makes me feel like a bit of an idiot. Last week, I feel like I was just thinking James is only in danger from Malcolm, and that's it. But yeah, don't know why I didn't just think that they would just plant it on him. Obviously, right. I thought that the crime I thought it would just go. I don't know why. I thought crime will just go away, and Evelyn will be and Malcolm will be happy. But yeah, obviously they got to plant it on someone. But yeah, I guess my main worry is just Malcolm. That dude, thankfully
unhinged.
I guess we don't have to worry about him anymore.
Yeah, but, no, super dead now. Super dead now. Very, very much so like seeing him getting quote shot until he was dead.
Shot him until he was dead. I mean, only once,
Yeah.
So it's like a weird way to put it, but still, yeah, true.
Yeah, it is. It is in the literal sense. It's true. It's just funny to define it in such terms. Like even when he says it the first time, and then I shot him until he was dead. There's kind of this like weird air about it. Anyway, that you're like,
like what?
Okay.
Well, that's usually the point of shooting
why
someone.
people shoot people. Yeah.
Most of the time. Yeah, that's
but it's normally
and even if you're saying that, it usually implies multiple times. Like you are going to open fire at this person until they die. But I mean, just the one and done.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Hey. That's usually all it'll take too.
Man, just one little itty bitty just crazy that we've just gotten, I don't know, so good at making things that can kill each other.
Yeah, we're good at it. We are good at it. The way this show will play with that, I mean, like there's an episode of The Return when it comes to like, just like the creation of weapons meant to destroy one another. that you'll go, oh, okay, holy shit, I might need to watch this. Like, it's one of those ones where I feel like we might need to, like, watch it, record on it, and then we'll watch it again, and then we'll record on it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that dense of an episode, but we'll get there.
Wow.
That's a ways away.
Okay.
But,
what are they getting into in The Return? That's what
dude, The Return is just so much
That's
bigger than Twin Peaks. Like, it's grand in every sense of the word. But we'll push forth with Donna and James arriving at Wally's hideout as they plan to hide out. James is like, I really didn't do it. Donna's like, I know you didn't. Chill the fuck out, man. She suggests that they stay on the move to avoid the police, even though they are in a bar with several policemen.
Yep. Yeah, you know, not the best hiding spot, but it is the name of the establishment. So I guess it's like fair enough. James he saw the closest hideout he could go to, and I don't know.
There you are,
Wally's. But the energy in here, it's
certainly
not
atypical.
Normal.
Yeah,
you know, it's a little Lynchian. I feel like there's something where it's just what the fuck, like. What the waiter that's going, I don't know, he stares at them for so long too, like
the way he lingers is just so fucking strange, and then he speaks up, which, to be fair, as a waiter,
yes.
I do
is this normal behavior?
It's relatively normal. It's really difficult to toe that line of not wanting to interrupt conversation, but wanting to be close enough to make your presence known. Like, hey, when you find a stopping point, I'm here and I have a question.
True.
Sometimes I just interrupt. Sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, it's my job. You're at a restaurant. You know the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever get 2 inches behind a woman and basically smell her hair and then wait for her to talk to you? Is that the personal, is there I feel like that is the difference here is like the
never on the clock, baby. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. I don't. That would be very strange. And this is again one of those things that is utilizing the medium, I think, and utilizing the aspect ratio to tell story, which is something that Diane Keaton does a really, really great job of here. Multiple times throughout the episode, we see her utilize like the windows and doors, and like I really love the way that she captures later on. It's a shot of Harry Truman and Norma, which out of context would look incredibly intimate. It would look like they are about to kiss, but there's none of that energy. And they're just like nose to nose talking to each other, and it's just perfectly natural, which is a bizarre line to toe, and is why this is certainly taking a specific tone. It is taking a because we get something so similar later on, and you don't think anything of it. This waiter's a weirdo though. He certainly doesn't play it. He doesn't play it normal. And
are you sure?
Are you sure you don't want? Yeah. Right. And that's another really good indicator that you've overstepped a little bit. Whether that's you've talked to them a little too much, you've been a little too present. They want to have their meal and you need to fuck off. Okay. Yeah. No, chill out. No my bad. You're cool. I'll see you guys when I bring your check. Okay. Donna's like, we need to call Ed. James is like, I bet Evelyn would help. And Donna's like, I'm going to call Ed.
Yeah. Let's have the people that are incriminating you to help, I guess maybe James is thinking it's just all Malcolm and no way Evelyn could be this way too, or whatever. But yeah.
Well, as far as he's concerned, Evelyn tried to get him out of there.
True.
Now is he smart enough to realize that was part of it? I don't know.
Well, I wasn't. I didn't even think of the crime as a problem really whatsoever. So I mean, hey, maybe I'm.
Yeah, the show is kind of like. Well, the show is so concerned with the mystery of who killed who that whenever Jeffrey dies, you think it's going to be like this big. It could be like this open thing, like who could have done it. No, there's a pretty limited list of suspects in this one. But
maybe I overthink even just the simplest things in the show that are just actually that simple. But I'm just like, well, it's in the Peaks universe, so we must, I don't know, Bob's around somewhere. Bob's in the fucking, I don't even know. Bob's been gone. We've seen Owls.
Very weirdly absent,
and
for sure.
he's, absent, but I don't, but he's ascended, I feel like if there's any one word to give him or what he did, I feel like he has become more powerful. So yeah, but it hasn't been explicitly shown, Right. It hasn't been like, here is Bob doing something that is Bob, but yeah, so I'm scared for that. Because it feels like it is just a background cook, that it is a
you're reading that right. It's a background cook.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Bob somewhere. I'm not saying that he's in anybody, but Bob's about. To be sure.
Bob. I mean, Wyndham. The owl brochure last week.
There's an owl sitting on the bar later.
That's true. That's wild. I didn't even catch that one, which is insane. It's like, so he's there, and it's, but I'm not aware, At least I'm still. I'm in the Leland camp again. I'm in the. It's gonna take me by surprise.
Let me ask you this. While Bob is a creature of opportunity to a certain extent, do you think that there is anybody he could be specifically wanting to be?
Yes. I feel like at least they've said that there are different people or people that are born different. I don't know. It feels like Laura was one of these people. It feels like COOP might be one of these people.
Very true.
Also, Briggs, I feel like. Garland, possibly. So I feel like if they have the opportunity to get in one of these people, then it's like truly game over. I think it's like, if that happens, it's game over. But I think it's like, it's at least why wouldn't Bob just do? I feel like if it's something he can do, he would have done it. So there's something blocking him from doing so.
That might be, and what you're speaking to might be why he got into Leland at such a young age. Is there any chance that it's harder to take over a consciousness fully developed and fully,
Yeah. Yes. Older, it's probably harder, and maybe the more good you are as well, I feel like is a counter.
Yeah, I mean, Laura continuously refused it. Like somehow did not give in to it, which is fascinating. I'm not even sure how that's possible, like that's it. And
she knew it was there though. And she was like, and knew that she wasn't giving in. Like she was like, I am fighting this thing. And like it, and then she eventually gave in. I feel like because it was just so, I don't know, like insurmountable I'm not, I guess the end, the end is still not clear.
I suppose you're unclear on what exactly does occur.
I need that week.
The way that I take it, even before Fire Walk with Me, is that sorry about that, I have an alarm going off. Her death is kind of an indication that she does not give in to Bob. Like it is actually a no. I won't. It's a final protest almost. It's kind of how I
fuck you, Bob.
Yeah, like you'll never get me. I'll die sooner than that. Like I think that's why I think it's a certain. I think that's what happened, and Bob is a little, and Bob resented her for it, and that manifested itself strangely in their relationship, and
No. Well, I guess I got really scared for Coop just then. Having that thought of how do you stalemate a chess game, or how do you, not lose any pieces?
You sign up for the dark side so that you might go darker than Wyndham. Is that what you're thinking?
Or he just offs himself. He takes himself out of the equation. But I do see him old in the Red Room vision that Laura whispers in his ear. He's old. But I don't know if that means that he
but
lives
yeah, there's
to
a
be
certain
old,
like how
know
literal could that possibly be?
Yeah, it's like I never thought of Coop
because also theoretically, if he was going to be old when he learned who killed Laura, like that didn't come to fruition, so that's why I'm like, there's a bunch of stuff there that's like hard to tell what means something and what doesn't mean something.
There is still the man from the other place, or the one?
Yeah, that was it.
Whoever, I still have zero. The man. The dancing. It related to Leland a little bit. Is that Leland? Is that Leland's other form? And it's like it is stuck as a kid. Oh, whoa! I'd never. That's kind of hit for the first time. It's like why. Cast a little person. It's an interesting choice. I don't. It's definitely done on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe just to give it the Lynchian vibe. But I didn't think of like if Leland has like a soul that is still kind of there, but it was never allowed to fully
grow.
Yeah,
almost.
And that's it. Makes sense why he would be there with Laura. It's not just I thought of it as maybe like a guide or like a facilitator sort of thing is my original thought. But I like the Leland thought a whole lot more now. Right. That just that out of nowhere, but I'm game with that.
I dig it. But we'll move forward. Bobby Briggs and Shelley Johnson speak to Sheriff Truman and Agent Cooper about an attack by Leo Johnson the previous night. Yeah, Leo woke up. He tried to kill me. They're like, oh, great. She's like, yeah, I stuck him with a knife. And they're like, yeah, woo. And Bobby's like, oh, yeah. And by the way,
yeah.
Hank Jennings shot Leo.
Like, hey, I'll here's this little detail for you guys that I don't know. It's been just
also don't give nearly enough of a shit about it. By the way, that Bobby just sat on this. They're just like, oh, thanks, Bobby.
So and they just take it as fact right away. They're just like, oh, well, it must be true. Bobby Briggs just said it.
They go and lock Hank's ass up for this, which is so funny.
Yeah, and it does track. I guess I think they're like at first they thought. It's like they didn't even know who was at the house that night. And then Bobby's like, well, yeah, I was there.
And I mean, I was there. I'm carrying out an affair with Shelley. So I was there. I was looking for her. Leo shows up, tries to kill me. Hank shoots him through the window. I leave. It fits perfectly with what they thought. Remember, Coop was like, someone was right here in front of the TV and stuff. Like he's like, there
true.
was somebody, and like it being Bobby does add up. So yeah, they go ahead and are just like, yeah, okay, that fits. And they're like, all right, Bobby. Get the fuck out of here. I like that they're going to put Harry's like, we're going to put a watch on the house 24 hours a day. And Bobby's like, I can protect my girl, Chief.
Guys, I'm the guy, the relation. And
Harry's like, all right, buddy, shut the fuck up.
Just go home, dude. Yeah, just fucking, I don't know. And speaking of his affair with Shelley in the police office, station, while he thinks he's having like an affair or another layer affair with Audrey, but it's actually not happening. I love like how Bobby is like just kind of.
Yeah, Bobby is ready to risk it all for Audrey at a moment's notice. Yeah.
Bobby's just kind of floating right now, he's not really doing any sports anymore, it seems. That's just like gone.
He's completely non-committal also. Like there's like a air about him that's like, I'm ready to do anything that might jeopardize everything for me at any given moment. And Ben Horn, who better to stick, what a just the land of opportunity as Bobby sees it. But yeah, I mean, Audrey, I don't blame him for going after her, but I just don't think it's I don't think she sees it that way. She certainly doesn't.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
But she also knows that he sees it that way, which is why she plays it. She plays it like it a little bit. Yeah,
it works.
Yeah, she's clever. She's a wily little minx, but as Bobby rises to leave and him and Shelly exit the room, Bobby brushes shoulders with Albert, and Albert goes, "Get a life, punk!"
Yes.
It's too good. And as
return.
the couple leaves, Albert walks in, and he is just so happy to see everybody. The leaps and bounds we've made with Albert and Harry Truman, that hug they deliver each other. Oh man, I love it. Wow. I'm a sucker for it. They're so happy to see each other, and he tells the boys, "Yep, I'm here on direct orders from Gordon Cole." To quote him, "I'm worried about Coop."
Yes, the Albert Lynch impression. It's too good.
It's spot on.
And,
But
Wyndham
I don't know
how far I've even come with Albert. I remember like when he first popped up, and you're like, "Oh, dude, no, you'll eventually love him. He's gonna be great." And I'm like, "How?" I'm like, "This dude's just mean." I'm like, "He is just mean at every chance he can get." But then it's like, "Oh no, they like it."
Once you get to that point, whenever he goes, the very foundation of this method is love. I love you, Harry Truman. You're like, okay, I think I fuck with this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's getting the character, not this episode though.
Yeah,
for the return and just the he just came back so well out of this. Is like what just coming in for a little amount of time, but absolutely stealing the show.
And what a G.
So
he tends to do that. To be fair, that's Albert Rosenfield's game, and you'll be happy to know that Miguel Ferrer as Albert Rosenfield again is a series regular come Twin Peaks: The Return, baby. He is one of the main guys.
That's nice.
It is.
Very nice. He's not actually really mean, and he actually is really saying mostly nice things and like very nice things now.
Oh yeah,
actually. So yeah, he's quite turned the new leaf, or maybe that's just what happens whenever you.
That's
get
what
into
happens when you
Albert's
open
circle.
yourself up to Twin Peaks, baby. Well, and they've seen shit now.
True.
There's a certain like.
They went through Bob together.
Bob together, so like they're like, you know what? We're bonded for life in a way.
We're Bob brothers.
We're Bob brothers. we're the brothers Bob. No. So regardless, he's in town because of Wyndham Earl. He presents a map of where Earl has sent packages containing faux bombs and articles of clothing Caroline Earl wore on hers and Wyndham's wedding night. Caroline also, good call. It forms a C. It includes Kansas City, which was very satisfying. Forms a C. It's a little C for Caroline, maybe a little C for Coop.
But come on, I mean, they don't even bring it up. There's
they don't even say it.
It looks almost like a incomplete circle, but we won't bring that up at all, and we won't try to see if there's any bigger cities on this circle.
I don't think there would be.
It's like it'd be like somewhere in Tennessee for one of them. I think it's like, and then it could be, but the C, I guess, Coop and
Caroline. Yeah, it just makes sense.
I mean, to not even I don't know.
I mean, address the elephant in the room about why, like, I know we know this is a message, but why is, like, there's another layer to the message. Come on now.
At least I thought so. I don't know. Maybe it is just so obviously a C.
Yeah, that they're like, fuck it. Obviously, we know what that means.
It's like, also, it was like, what, 4 or 5 packages? Like 4 packages, I think.
I think
total?
It was 6.
Oh, okay. Okay, so actually 6. So it's like, but like, I guess if you connected them in straight lines, it would probably still look like a C. But it's like they emphasized were drawing the circle, and then like, oh well, it stops here. So then it becomes a C after like your. I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking too much into the circle here. But yeah, I was at least like, oh, so I can't wait till they talk about the other cities that it'll line up with, and then it's like just doesn't pop up whatsoever. Never. But hey, that's okay. Caroline Coop.
Caroline, Coop, the C, the wedding. Yeah, it makes sense. But before Albert can leave, before he leaves, he approaches Coop to let him know that he really digs his new vibe. Ditching the black and white suit and tie of the bureau in favor of these muted earth tones. It's a form of fashion suicide. But call him crazy. on COOP it works.
It does. And it does.
It does.
He's having quite the new look. He isn't as slicked back, and the hair isn't all perf. I don't know. I guess his hair is still pretty pristine. He does his hair still updone, but he's just looking more peaks. He's looking more small town, and he he still got his uniform hung up there. It's still there. Like he takes care.
As soon as he can throw that thing back on, you're getting the impression he will. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he does love it. But I do think this new look for him. I'm digging it too. I'm with Albert here.
Oh, it works. It works.
Yeah,
it does. It doesn't feel like it should either, but for some reason it fits.
It does.
It sits. But we'll move forward where Leo wakes to Wyndham Earl playing a bamboo flute in a full-blown onesie, and Earl reads off Johnson's criminal record after removing it from the breast of said onesie.
Okay.
Leo tries to leave, and Earl takes him as a pawn, placing a shock collar on him and feeding him gruel and nearly beating him with a cudgel, which is also his flute. It's all good stuff. I gotta go with this fella for the performance. Kenneth Walsh is an absolute madman as Wyndham Earl, and this scene is why. It's the whole vibe. The way he's squatting, the physical performance is every bit as incredible as anything he could possibly say here. He's squatting on like his tippy toes too, which is difficult. That's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, it's like this Gollum mixed with I don't even know. Yeah, it's he's just on his own shit right now, and yeah, he this is what makes me believe it's like he could just be a little, kind of a few screws loose, but I don't know. That's what they said about Leland, or that's the general, just any given person is just going to think, oh, well, he was insane.
Right.
He didn't have Bob possessed, or whatever. But
no, yeah, he was just a little nutty. Yeah. And Wyndham, I mean, he's more than a little nutty, obviously. Yeah. If you're willing to hang out in the long underwear,
he'd even own one of the, to own that in the first place.
Yeah, that's something. That's a lot.
I think you got to get to a point to get there, which if you do, I don't want to shame. I just think it's an older thing.
Don't go squatting and playing the bamboo flute though.
This is true.
Pulling shit abreast.
It's everything else that he's doing. It's not just the onesie.
It's the fact that he's doing all of this while wearing it that's really the problem.
Yeah.
If he was just if we just cut randomly, I could see Harry Truman rocking one of these up at like Blue Pine Lodge. I don't know why, but it's just a casual morning for him. It'd be like, that's a funny choice. I wonder why he has that, but it would not be like, this is fucking strange. No, this it becomes strange. It reaches a new layer.
Yeah, I want to say poor Leo, but honestly, he kind of deserves everything coming his
we're
way.
heading on a little bit of a Reek arc like we did with Theon Greyjoy in Game of Thrones, but I mean, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Domestic abuse. He's like, well, I'm partial to that one.
He's like, oh, I get it.
That one I understand, man.
And then he whacks the shit out of his knees, just destroys his shit.
Is it that he is accepting that he beat his wife and or killed his wife and that he's with domestic abuse, or that he's just saying that he's about to do it to Leo and this is some weird form of domestic abuse?
No, it's definitely a reference to
his wife.
Because
I thought the whole beef is that, or maybe it was like a frame job that Wyndham tried to frame Coop for doing it and then it failed. So he fully knows he killed his wife, but I feel like it's. He
got institutionalized for killing his wife. There was no mystery about the wife killing.
I see.
Now, there is an implied strangeness to the fact that Coop said he blacked out. Yeah.
Yes. So I feel like at least that's storytelling-wise for just being like, well, all the details haven't been revealed yet of what happened.
Yeah, and they've done that in the story, but they've also expressly gone, he was institutionalized after Caroline. Well, actually, there might have been mystery about Caroline dying, because I think Coop says I'm pretty sure he did it.
like, yeah, his best. Yeah, I mean, it's like a 99% sure is what I feel like the vibe he's given off. But it's like I don't think Coop is the bad guy, you know. I don't think so at all. If there is a bad guy or something else, there's like a third party that was in here and made it seem that it was Wyndham. Well,
like
maybe like Wyndham was trying to frame Coop for doing it, but then the third party actually framed Wyndham for doing it using I don't know. And then this is what caused Wyndham to go insane, is that he truly thinks he didn't do it. You know, he's like, no, I actually didn't do this. I wouldn't kill my wife. I don't know. And so maybe that actually made him insane, or like the institution itself made him insane.
Right.
Or like all that.
Well, yeah, Coop poses the theory that Wyndham faked a psychotic break for so long that he actually lost his mind.
Yeah. That could... I mean, or doing it and pleading insanity on purpose to not go to jail, but to be in a psych ward instead. Right. I guess there's many different paths that I guess it could go down. The one that feels the most twisty and interesting is one where Wyndham is somehow innocent in air quotes.
Right.
And
yeah,
I feel
didn't
like
commit the murder, but you know, is now this.
So, I mean, he did kill a random civilian and post him up in the sheriff's office. So, like, bro's actually
innocent in the crime that concerns Caroline. He's obviously guilty of a lot of other shit. Yes,
that's true. I mean, maybe him killing this person so easily makes me like much more in the camp. Yeah, this dude just fucking killed his wife. But
there's also the fact, like, I do think that is the appropriate way to read this line. By the way, him being like, "Oh, and domestic violence." That one, you know, like. That indicates to me that if he didn't kill his wife, he certainly beat her.
Yeah. So Coop was, I think, you know, if we get a flashback of Caroline and young Wyndham and young Coop, it's like Coop's trying to save Caroline a little bit from just this piece of shit Wyndham.
But he also admired Wyndham greatly, which is one of those things that's like
everything he ever learned.
That's why I'm like, I wonder if that slowly eroded. Like, I wonder if there came a time whenever he was like, if he could excuse his actions because he was because Wyndham started to be a problem, or did he? I don't know. Or was he completely torn up about it the entire time he was doing it? You know, like, man, I really love my partner Wyndham. This is my boy, but goddamn, I'm in love with his wife. You know, like,
that's true.
I don't know. It's hard to say. But
I need to know when Wyndham and Caroline got married. How far into Coop's and Wyndham? You know, how long did Coop and Wyndham know each other before Caroline entered the picture, or was Caroline in the picture before? You know, this is a.
That's a good question.
Seems that she was an informant or something on a case.
Yeah, she was the key witness. She was the key witness on a case.
Yeah. And is that how Wyndham met her?
No way.
Because
that's how. I don't know if that's how Coop met her either. I get the I get the idea that Coop also suspects that the crime Caroline witnessed is a crime Wyndham committed.
That's what, at least, that was it feels like these crimes are very, very connected.
They are. That's why I'm like, I don't think, like, that's why, but also, I don't really understand how she could have been a witness and then be willing to get protected by the person who committed the crime, or how that wouldn't come up or anything. That's why I'm like, I don't know.
Why'd you say a crime? It's just a crime. It's so vague. It is so, like, she was a witness to a crime. Maybe that's all it is, and that's just how she entered the story. I don't know, but it's like, what?
It implies violence. No.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but like, if it was a murder, you know, I feel like you clearly say, you know,
she was a witness to a murder.
So I feel like this is like someone. Like, just got the shit beat out of them, or like something like that, or like a rape, or something like that. You know, it's like but a murder, no. It feels like someone that would have been explicitly said, I feel like. But
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, regardless, Wyndham's clearly off his rocker and his onesie pajamas. But we'll head on to Ed and Norma laying in bed discussing their troubled relationship with each other. This is going to be my favorite scene. I love me some Norma and Ed, and them getting to have this conversation and mourn the time they lost together is really, really touching, beautiful. You know, the Christmases missed and the birthdays they didn't get to share, and you know, every day passed and it didn't matter because they didn't spend it with each other, and it's just like,
yeah, this post-nut clarity for both of them right here. You know, they just like it hit them hard too. They were like, well, we obviously got to get to business. We know what we got to get down to. And then they were like, damn, I just woke up. I think that's what Ed's like. It didn't fucking matter. Everything in between. I now am just awake, you know. And it's like, damn, dude.
I've been asleep. Yeah.
And
no, it's real shit, man, and it's devastating. And I love the way it looks. I love the close up of Ed, and then the pan across to Norma's face. It's just, oh god, it's lovely. I really adore it. And they're laying there all nice and cozy, having this discussion. Whenever they discuss a hopeful future as well, and that's when Nadine enters, and Norma's like, "Oh shit, I gotta go. She could kill me with her bare hands."
Yep.
And Ed's like, nope, I gotta tell her at some point. And Norma's like, I'm really not concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the fact that she could throttle me like it's nothing. And Ed's like, it's all right, honey, I got it. Nadine walks in. She walks in with a trophy. She's like, Ed, you won't believe it. She sits down on the bed next to Ed with Norma, and says, she got all the way to the finals before realizing that the specific angel suplex, I think she calls it, is illegal.
What is it? What did she do to whoever got first place? I think whoever's in first place is in the hospital. You know, they got the
second place.
That's eesh.
Rough one, rough break. And she hands the trophy to Ed, and Ed's like, man, I'm sorry, Nadine, and hands the trophy over to Norma, who also takes a look.
Here you go. It's what an awkward, like, Ed's just like, wow, I can't believe, I don't know what's going on right now, but
this is kind of becoming my normal, though, and I don't know how I feel about it. And I love that Norma hands the trophy back to Ed, and then Ed hands it back to Nadine, and Nadine looks to Norma and apologizes for beating up Hank. You know, I was just so worried he was going to hurt my Eddie. And then she gets up to leave as Norma says, oh, it's fine. And she stops, she turns, and she goes, you know, I know about you two.
I know about you.
Yeah, no shit, by the way. Come on now. You just laid down in bed with their naked selves.
In bed with us. But at least you can go, you know.
You can go commit to Mike Nelson. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, because he definitely wants that. I don't know. That kiss, that reaction in the double
I mean,
R.
he certainly, I think he's coming around.
I think it's like, he's realizing, is it all bad? But I think, I don't know. This is, at least it's not Evelyn.
He might realize that he's interested in being dominated.
Because, but then Ed, you know, he even says, he's like, I could take it. You know, he's like, I got, you know, this is in the morning.
She's liable to kill a young man.
Like, but Mike, I don't know if he survives. Like, I think it is he could not come out of that. So yeah, it's to see where this is going. I don't know. It's hilarious. And the fact that who knows what the living situation is like if
right.
You know, who's
got the couch? Yeah. Who's got the guest room? Yeah,
we don't know. Is Norma? You know, Ed, Norma. Maybe they rotate. You know,
maybe it's a real amicable thing. Maybe we're all hanging out. No, but
wow. But what a hey. At least it's been out in the air. And Nadine is like, well, I'm okay with it. Go ahead. The green light has been given. So
right.
We're good.
James is going to come back to town to find his stepmom, or like his aunt, dating her classmate, or his classmate, which is pretty incredible. But
wow,
Also,
maybe.
really hilarious that James has just fully blown dropped out. He is so done.
Yep. Bro just went. He's got his bike. That's all he need,
He's good. And I think it's funny that was never a part of the concern for Ed. It wasn't like, oh, you'll miss school. He's like, I don't give a fuck, man. Go.
Yeah, nope. And he doesn't give a fuck. James doesn't give a fuck. They're Bookhouse boys.
Well, that's the thing, too, is that Ed's like, well, no matter what, you'll be able to take over this business for me if you want. So, like, true. It's fine. He's like, you've always got a fallback regardless of what you do. You know what? That's love. But regardless, we'll head forth where Cooper and Truman question Josie Packard about the murder of Jonathan Kumagai. However, she won't speak to her involvement. It's a real tense scene. She's scraping at the wood. She's touching her arm, and I like the nervous tics Josie Packard has. I think Joan Chen performs them really well. She's got a real melodramatic air about her that feels very oddly natural. Doesn't feel like, there's a certain degree of like, whenever we're watching a show like this, what does that mean? But there's also the fact that it also feels kind of in character for her to do things like this.
This isn't a Bob. This isn't a mystical. This is just she's humanly freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
But the red nails, the very, very, very close up on the red nails, and even mentioned later with Catherine and who the fuck, business rival, Mr. Eckhart is his name. Yes.
Thomas.
And there and Evelyn's nails are red as well, and they focus on them every time. Not every time, but
they focus on it enough in the same episode where they make mention of it. Yeah, it's enough.
Maybe, it's like Villanueva, he loves hands, and he says how personal they are, and like just to shoot hands and stuff, or like it's a very human thing. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's just this is pretty, let's do it. It's like they're both red, the same color. Both people killing someone to cover something else up and out of greed for money, for similar crimes being committed by these women. And stay away from women with red nails, I guess, is the lesson of this one. But
those hussies. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but okay, I guess if there is a connection, I feel like maybe that's all it is. But yeah, the very, very close up of the nail was I guess like a.
No, it is, especially considering she's like scratching at wood, which is just
log. She's trying to connect to the fucking log.
She needs the log.
Log lady been a little MIA.
Been very absent. Been very absent. But it's then that Truman reaches under the table to grab Josie's hand and is like, "If you're gonna tell us something, now's the time." And Coop's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some coffee."
I'll let you two have the
talk this out. And as Cooper gets up to get more coffee, he takes a nice big whiff, checking if there's a fish in the percolator.
Fish in the percolator.
On the percolator. And he gets there, and as he does, Pete arrives at home, and I just love how familiar everyone is at this point with Coop. Coop goes, "Pete, is that you?" And he goes, "Coop?
Cool. In my home? Okay,
yeah,
whatever."
I know. He's like, "Yeah, it's you, it's Cooper." Yeah, no, like I love it. I love that. An FBI, it can't be for me. That's one of the things that I like. He's like, "You're an FBI agent in my home. Who cares?"
Maybe one day, Pete. We don't know.
Maybe one day, Pete.
I remember saying Pete was the golden fucking nugget of the show. That nothing could be wrong with Pete. I'm slowly, I'm a little suspicious of Pete.
The show is eroding your trust.
It's like I don't know. Well, if you're married to Catherine, you got what was young Pete doing? What was Pete
shimmying up a tree like a kitty cat?
I know. Yeah. So, bro, I don't know.
Now, I want note to the listener. You're also hearing this from a lad who bought into Dick's theory that Nikki might be the devil.
He could very well be the devil. Like there's literally a video game. I think called Lucifer. I think just straight up. And you play as this little kid, and your sole goal is to just kill people, but not make it known that you are killing them. That it is like pure accident, and that is the whole point. And it seemed, I don't know, it's like, are they really doing this?
There felt like a connection there, and I can't blame you there.
Yeah. But no, little Nicky, I think
he's been through hell. He's been through hell, and he's been back. But,
I learned the valuable lesson that Dick and Andy learned. Maybe don't think children are the devil. So yeah, but hey, it is a possibility. I can't let it go in the show.
You can't let it go,
like,
Pete.
I have,
Pete. Pete. If there's someone you got, he did marry Catherine. You're right about that. That there's something there.
He did, and he was up in Ben's cell, giving that that evil laugh.
He was fucking with him. He was fucking with him heavy. And but there's also this side of Pete. He went to go pick up Josie's dry cleaning because she's been overworked and underpaid by Catherine and all this stuff. And he wants to help her out. He loves her. There's stuff like that. And he hands. On his way in, we get another beautiful shot of him and Cooper through like these swinging doors and through windows. I really love it. And the phone rings, and Cooper is handed the entire stack of dry cleaning by Pete. He's like, "Oh, here, take this." And he struggles under the weight of it for a second before laying it down, and he then takes a sample of a coat that appears to be of vicuña.
Yes,
and a pair of gloves.
Coat. Okay. So, could be a nice favor that Pete is doing, or a very, very purposeful favor here. But to how to know that he's going to take this same coat, I don't know. There's a lot, but to go right here, but this is
always
a lot of frame jobs going on right now. There's a framing going on everywhere, and it feels Josie, it doesn't look good, that's for sure. It doesn't look good for her. But I think that's the type of shit that Catherine and Mr. Eckert are. That's just what they do. They're crime bosses. And this is their game. So,
and the motive that Josie would have is also a motive Catherine could very well have. It's not like they're
yes, and could. Like, dude was a piece of shit, rapist brother.
Yeah, no, that one I know. So she did that one. There's I don't think there's any question about her killing Jonathan. I think there's question about her shooting Coop.
Yeah,
when it comes to Jonathan, circumstance, the place, the location, the witnesses,
there's a lot going on there.
The motive, there's an even better motive for killing Jonathan. So it's just kind of like, Josie, she can kill her rapist. That's fine with me. Now, her having shot Coop, that's a little more unclear, and that's where a frame job might be useful.
Yeah, so a lot of things still up in the air a little bit with Josie, but a time, 3 bullets to the back of the head. Swift, crazy. Yeah. That it was boom, 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 and in
you're rocking like Tom Hardy, Tom Hardy in Mad Max Fury Road.
The fucking yes, or Higgs, in Bill Burr in Star Wars, the fucking triple guns. Yes. And it looked like a Predator, like the little it was like it was 3 like boom boom boom, like which I don't know,
kind of like the triangles, kind of like the triangles on behind Briggs's ear.
It is very much like it, and a very interesting way to kill someone. It would make a whole lot more sense if they said shot him until he was dead, here instead of later. But yeah, I didn't really think of...
Probably shot him a little bit after he was dead here.
Yeah. Was he dead and then she did this as like a...
I mean, you shoot a guy in the back of the head once.
Mm-hmm.
They're dead.
They're done.
Yeah. And the 2 after, it's a crime of passion,
Mm-hmm. But the fact that they were so close to I don't know. Like, it was like a perfect triangle.
There's also the possibility that on a network TV show they can't show like a gaping wound from shooting the same spot 3 times, but they can show 3 small bullet holes. There's also practicalities like that sometimes.
This is fair. Yeah, I didn't think of the triangle on Briggs's neck, but it felt like if this was this is like a call sign for the Hong Kong crime, group.
Yeah.
So that's what it felt. If it turns into anything, it's like this is what they do, like the triad. I don't know, the triad. 3 bullets. It's it feels like it could be.
I see what you mean. But yeah, nonetheless, the phone call ended up actually being for Josie, who answers the phone, and it's Thomas Eckhart on the other end. She hears the voice of her father, her lover, her whatever. Very strange relationship with Thomas. An unfortunate one for Josie. But Catherine interrupts, welcoming Eckhart to Twin Peaks. And thus, we push forth to General Lee himself, believing himself to be anyway. Benjamin Horne muses about his experiences to Johnny and his employees. Dr. Jacoby thought that maybe inviting a few more people into the room would make him realize how strange he's acting, but finds that obviously is not the case. You've got Bobby playing the trumpet over there, while
playing is a nice word.
He's blowing into it. He's blowing into the horn for sure.
But yeah, it's quite the production here for Ben. It is. Not gonna lie, I'm glad it is over. I don't like to particularly view the South winning the war ever, or I like to think about it. But it works perfectly to play as Ben's character. It's just that this dude is fucked up. And this is what he dreams about.
I think it's funny that it doesn't even begin to make sense. Like, you brought up weeks ago that they're like in Washington.
Yes, they're in the northest of the North, and not even a state that existed like during this war whatsoever, right? Like this wasn't. We haven't even the Louisiana Purchase. Has that even happened yet? Before, like at this. I don't even.
No, I don't believe so.
We don't even have like the Midwest. We don't even have we're just the 13 colonies still, right?
No, we are not. We are not. We do have like Kansas.
Oh, this is
Missouri.
civil.
Yeah,
no, this is Lincoln.
Civil War.
No, this is Lincoln. Yeah. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah, let me get my time bearings right here. But yeah, no.
We would have completed. Yeah, we definitely would have completed Louisiana Purchase then.
Yeah. So yeah, my time was off a little bit there. But no, I guess to be in like the most northern, not even really part of this conflict at all.
Yeah, Washington didn't become a state until 1889, so well after the Civil War.
So there we go.
Obviously no ties to the South for Ben Horne.
I think there's just a familial tie. You're a ideological tie, he feels blood connected to General Lee for some. I don't know. This is his Bob. Is just
he is actually being possessed by the spirit of Robert E. Lee during these sequences. That's what's happening. Robert E. Lee
is a character in the show now.
Bob
Robert E. Lee. Who was
Ulysses S.
Grant? Yeah, no Ulysses. What a name to say. I hate saying
Ulysses,
that name.
Yeah.
But not one popped up yet. But Grant.
Bob.
Grant.
But
we
Bob.
do have a Robert. What is Ulysses short for? What is the shortened version of
Yule?
Yule.
Yeah. Has there been a Grant? That would probably be more likely.
I don't think so.
I don't think there has.
No, he doesn't feel like he feels like more of the Robert.
It would be Mike. If there was going to be like a proxy, it would be Mike. But it's
I was trying to think of Mike.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything there. But regardless, Robert E. Lee and Bob have a lot in common. But regardless, Jerry tells Audrey that maybe they should go ahead and take advantage of Ben's situation for business purposes. Like, hey, we could probably profit off this a lot. Damn. And Audrey's like, hey, that if I could take everything, right? Like, I could take it all and I'd give you nothing. And he's like, bullshit. And he's like, no. She's like, no, it's in his will. If he's incapacitated and I'm of age, I take over. And he is incapacitated and I am of age. So, watch your fucking back, homie.
Yeah.
And, Jerry, kind of lays off it a little bit as Audrey goes to tell Jacoby to, quote, bring her father back.
Yes. Bring it. Let's end this, in this shindig. Let's
go
get back.
ahead and figure out a way to get this done with. How about it?
And, that, Audrey learning who her father is, and still all through that, still is like, well, no, we do have to, this is my father. We can't let him be insane. Like, she could have taken over the company fully.
Oh, yeah, no, she's a much better version of Ben, morally.
Yeah, so at least it was nice to have that conversation to see how easily Jerry would just, oh yes, time,
Jerry's like, fuck it, dude,
time for me to take
Now's
the
my
reign.
time.
And then Audrey just be like, oh well, by the way, I could right now if I wanted to, but I won't. I'll actually choose to think of my father as my father, and it's your brother, but still piece of I don't know. Still is like I would like
big
if there was I don't know, like if Audrey, once he wakes back up, if she's like, all right, let's lay down some ground rules here, a little bit. And here's I will be making some decisions moving forward, but yeah, this is a nice, I don't know, Audrey finally getting into the business. She's fitting like a glove into this role.
She's using all of her prior experience and knowledge and whimsy and everything she's got going, and she's plugging it into this, and it feels right. But we'll head back to Wally's hideout, where we see Evelyn sitting at the bar, an owl on the bar top, a little owl statuette, and Donna approaches asking, why? Why? What was the deal? And Evelyn's lost in her daze. She's clearly fucked up.
Yep.
And
get this girl a drink. The one with the umbrella. Fucking give her the child umbrella drink. And I'm not definitely drinking the same one. And that's not the one I'm currently sipping on.
Yeah, ignore this. I
shot him
But it's then that Malcolm shows up and is like, hey, Donna, I'll kill your ass. I'll do it. I don't care.
Yep. Yeah, Malcolm's pretty all business. He's not good. Just get in the car.
Like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you keep involving yourself in my shit. Okay?
Yeah.
So get the fuck out.
Touched. Like literally ran his hand up her breasts. I feel like.
Yeah.
And then choked her, and then at it it was just wow. Dude is glad he's gone.
Demented. Yeah. Fuck him. But we'll head back to the station house, where Albert is comparing fibers found outside Coop's room after a shooting to the ones Cooper extracted from Josie's coat, and presents the likelihood of her guilt in Jonathan's murder. Coop's like, so what's the deal here, Albert? And Albert's saying, well, I'm not going to draw any for sure conclusions here, but if she didn't do it, she's lending her laundry to the wrong people.
Yeah. Good, the frame being set up.
Yeah, it's set up there, and we saw her laundry literally in the hands of someone else in this episode. So, like that doesn't feel like nothing. That does feel like there is something there. But
and for Pete to randomly bring up, and the person working there didn't speak a lick of English, and I don't know, to be like so I don't know, very.
I think Pete wouldn't know a fucking thing about it.
That's
I think
true.
Catherine's
just like, hey, go pick up Josie's laundry.
Yeah, go pick up Josie's laundry, and then it really doesn't look like anything, but...
Dang. Pete is actually just... maybe he was a little evil, and he did some shit back then, but now he's just evil through Catherine. Like, it is just Catherine doing shit through Pete. But I don't think Pete's none the wiser, I don't think
he's a bozo.
I think he knows what's going on. He's not just fishing and making No, he's doing he may be plotting, or I don't know, or just
he likes killing people.
Yeah.
He's got bodies buried in the basement. You know,
he's a resourceful man. You know, I don't know. I don't know what Pete
he's
is
shimmying up trees and hiding people up there. You know what I'm
a,
saying?
A chess grand master. I mean, maybe Catherine gets all these ideas from Pete. What the fuck do we do?
The goat.
Yes. Yeah. Tell us what to do.
He sees all the pieces on the board, you know. Pete's my character for the episode, which makes this whole conversation even funnier.
Hell yeah!
I love me some Pete, and his whole vibe this week is just impeccable. But regardless, we'll get to why here before long. But Albert, upon drawing his own conclusions from the evidence, Cooper tells him to go ahead and say nothing to Harry until they are absolutely sure. Mm-hmm. And he's like illuminated by the projector. It's just good. It's good looking. It's good looking stuff. But in Harry's office, Harry tells Cooper that the murder victim was a man named Eric Powell. And Cooper's like, Powell. And Harry's like, yeah, go ahead.
It still means nothing to me, you know.
Yeah. No, go ahead. You can think out loud sometimes, Coop. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna ask you what you mean anyway. And Coop tells Harry about Carolyn's maiden name prior to her having been married to Wyndham, and Harry he tells Harry about Earl's method of using chess, explaining that whenever he takes a piece from the board, somebody is going to be killed, and they decide we're going to need an expert. Yes. And we cut to the Double R Diner where we see my favorite character of the episode, Pete Martell, win 3 concurrent games of chess against Toad, Coop, and Dr. Hayward all at once. Wow. Now, Toad, okay, probably an easy get. Doesn't feel like you're really you're not facing top tier competition with Toad. But to be able to beat 3 people at once is pretty impressive. And when 2 of them are Coop and Dr. Hayward, you got to feel like Pete's got it on him a little bit.
And he lined it up so that he won all 3 games at
the same time. Move.
You know, you might say that's TV up for... No. He did that on purpose. That is Pete. That is how good he is. That is not.
He's a showman, baby.
Yes,
he's a showman. This is how he shimmies up them trees now, baby.
Yeah. So he's got that brain. He do. Yeah, and so I don't know. The show is absolutely destroying my trust in everyone, pretty much. But Coop's still there. This Caroline stuff is the only thing that's like. I don't think he did anything bad.
No, he didn't do anything that he is aware he did if he did something.
Exactly. That's how if something bad happened and he did it, it wasn't him. It wasn't. Right. Yes. So I feel I'm very, very comfortable with Coop. Very, very comfortable with Truman. There's still there are the absolute
Doc Hayward,
Lucy,
cool.
Everyone in the sheriff's office,
Norma, and it's hard. There are plenty of people who you're still, but there are just enough pieces on the board that are like, I don't know about you.
I don't know. Yes, I don't know about you. I know about you. I know about you.
I know about you. Okay. But
this milk
regardless,
is getting warm.
Coop is delighted. Coop is delighted at Pete whooping all of their asses. And he says, hey, Pete, I need some fucking help, man. Yeah. I've got a chess game going, and I can't say more about it, but I'm trying to stalemate it, and I'm trying to lose as few pieces as possible, if none. Can you do it? And he's like, I am happy to help.
I will give this much thought. Let me come back to you. Yes, I don't know. He's
like, fuck yeah, chess? I love this shit. You ought to talk to my boy. He's dead now, but if there's chess in heaven, he's sitting next to God.
Yes, Jose Capablanca.
Jose Capablanca,
so, yes. And he had a middle name, too. I don't remember it, but Jose something Capablanca. I don't know.
That's a great name. It's incredible.
I guess I've never heard this name. I feel like
I haven't.
There's no way it's a real chess player. Like, I don't know.
Everything I know, I was taught by the great Jose Capablanca. If there's chess in heaven, he's sitting next to God. Like just a great line, dude, and an incredible delivery. I love it.
Pete. I thought I made the very extreme thought of Coop just offing himself to stalemate the game. I don't think he does this. I don't think. I mean, it would
be a last resort to be sure.
So, I don't think that's where the show's going. But
it'd be funny if just like next week he's like, I have it.
Yes, I have solved the case, guys. It's
Eureka.
Yeah, but no. So I think it is offering a draw that is actually, Wyndham has to accept the draw, but that is a very real thing in chess. You just put your hand up. You literally are like, good. You don't even have to say a word. You can just offer your hand for like a handshake, and it's just like it's just, okay, we're done here. So a conversation, in this context, I feel like it is like a conversation. You need to find Wyndham and talk to him. That's the only way to actually stop the game. But finding him is part of the problem.
Is proving very difficult. He's doing very good at hiding. Yeah.
Yeah. But then it's going to be interesting when Coop makes a move. Because he can just make a chess move, on the board and say, "Hey, Wyndham, this is my move." But if he takes a pawn, say Coop, he could take a pawn with his knight right now. Coop taking one of Wyndham's pawns, does Wyndham kill someone still?
Right, yeah,
because
that is
Coop
the threat,
took someone?
I feel like.
Or is because Coop's making the move that it is like a...
I think I'm assuming it's only pieces Wyndham takes, But with a madman like that, Coop can't just assume that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's like how honorary, how much honor is behind this game. I don't think much. I don't think that he's going to stick to the rules of chess.
No, people are dying as a consequence. There's not much honor.
Yeah, I think Wyndham's moves it's just the serial killer crazy way of being like, I'm going to commit these crimes. You're going to know I'm going to commit them, and I'm still going to do them. And Coop's moves is just him trying to find him, or, it's not like he's making a move or killing and killing someone in response. It's just simply like, oh, well, I'm trying to get closer to figuring this out, sort of thing. But it will be interesting if Coop is like, all right, I'm playing knight to beef, whatever. And then he's like, oh, well, you took my pawn? Yeet, here's this other random death, by the way, because of your actions. So, I mean, it would be, I don't know. I'm going to have to see, because I guess we will see. It is his move, and Coop is very aware of this, that it is his time to shine. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering how much Wyndham will respect each turn of chess, if he will only kill one in every turn, or if he can just kill 3 people, I don't know, at any given point. He doesn't give a fuck. So that's seeing how crazy he truly is, is kind of where I'm trying to figure it out. But
I mean, you can't trust him, that's for sure. But I suppose that the deeper we get into the game, the more we'll learn,
Yes,
because moves have to be made. That's clear after the end of this. At the end of this one, but nevertheless, elsewhere in the diner, Shelley comes in and asks Norma for her job back. Another great little scene, cozy little scene. Shelley says it would make her feel safer, and Norma approves without hesitation. Absolutely. Come on back. When can you start? And Shelley says she can start right now, and that works perfect. And it's just then that Harry approaches. And he's like, hey, Norma, hey, Shelley. Norma, you wanna come over here and talk about something real quick? And they talk. They say that, he lets Norma know that they have Hank. He's going to go away. He just wanted to let her know first. And she says, this time I don't want him back. And he's like, yeah, I mean, he'll be gone a long fucking time, Norma. We're going to charge him with attempted murder. So I think is pretty much it for him. And she's like, good. And that's it. Yeah, so we love that. We love that for Norma, free of her ties that bind, which is very nice. But
hopefully, I guess Truman was like, he's getting out of the hospital soon, and then we're gonna take. Are they taking him straight from the like they have him in custody the whole time, or like he is free
go
for
home,
a little bit?
Go home, grab some stuff, and then we're gonna take you to. Yeah, he's going straight to jail.
Okay. But like,
I think.
Okay.
I think. Like, I mean, like, I can't. Right? That'd be ridiculous.
I would hope so. I would really because he hasn't been charged yet. He says we are charging him with the attempted murder. So
the verbiage does not help.
Because right now he just got the shit beat out of by Norma, and he was just in the hospital. He's not like under handcuffs and
it's true.
Or whatever. So it's like I think he is a free man. Well, a parole free man. Right now, but yeah, I feel like there's.
I got to imagine that he wakes up and they're like, "Yeah, you're going to jail. We're taking you there now."
Maybe, yeah. He wakes up and he's just like, "Holy shit, Nadine absolutely whooped me." He's like, "I can't. I don't know." Like he's a different person.
Reformed. Wakes up reformed. That would be incredible.
Embarrassed. Yeah, reformed by just pure embarrassment.
Scared straight.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be too good.
Or he just knows not to fuck with Ed anymore. I guess. I mean, is it just over? Like he just knows it's just fucking over for him. I don't know. I kind of want to check in with Hank. I don't like the guy. I still hate him. I don't want to.
He was a very have we seen the last of Hank? Is that what that means?
Yeah. Is that is bro just going to jail? Like I haven't even seen his black eye or like how bad he got.
We haven't seen the results of the beating he took. I want to see all the gory little details, baby. Don't take Hank away from me just yet.
Yeah, I mean he can rot in prison. Cool, fine by me. No problem. He could die too. I'll put him up there on the board. Hank can go. He can be one.
Hank can go.
Yeah, he can be one that can go. No one really else, surprisingly, right now. I kind of want everyone else to stay on the board, even the bad characters, to see where they're going. But yeah, not wishing anyone to die too quickly right now.
For those listening, I just want to say we've done a very, very good job these last 70 minutes of not really letting on. We already recorded this episode, and we're having to re-record it.
Did I say something that was not brought up actually?
No,
this time?
I'm about to. Okay. I'm about to. Last time we talked about this episode, a few days ago.
Yes.
We lost the audio. Yeah. It's a thing. We're re-recording. It is what it is.
I'm not pissed about it whatsoever.
I'm not either. We're actually doing a very good job, and it's not nearly as inconvenient as I thought it would be. Regardless, last time we talked this episode, I asked you, you mentioned your list. You're like, you mark them for death.
Yes.
I'm not even asking you to mark people for death, but who do you think is the most at risk right now? Like, who is...
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily, I need them to die next week. I need them to die in 2 weeks. But who is the most likely within the next week or two to die, in your opinion?
Say it's two people, and two people that I do not want to die. These are deaths that I'm very afraid. So even putting it out there, I feel like is wrong. But Shelly and Donna, I feel like they're not safe. That Wyndham wants them for his queen. He also wants Audrey, I guess. There, I feel like Audrey is just I don't know. Audrey can't. If they can't,
doesn't that? But as it concerns COOP, does Donna not make, or does Audrey not make the most sense as queen?
Sense. Does Wyndham even know that? I feel like that's not a detail. Oh, he's been snooping around, hasn't he? He's been that fuck. He was the fucker with the fucking newspaper. Oh,
he actually wasn't. That was Jonathan. But I think the spirit of what they're getting at is that he has been around.
He's been around snooping, so he does know. Okay. Yeah, because why would he have
the other thing, though, is if he is wanting one of them for his queen, does that not buy them a certain security for a while?
That's true. for his queen, I guess. Yeah, I guess that is the most important piece on the board. I guess I don't know. Some people still say the queen or the king because you can win the game without the queen, But most powerful piece. There we go. No one can take that away. The most powerful piece on the board, the queen. And yeah, obviously, if Audrey is captured, COOP is in shambles. And I feel like it plays into James. James feels like death follows him everywhere he goes. If Donna is taken, and he's like, well, shit, it's my fault again. COOP will kind of feel, the same way for even having her involved in the first place, and that it is his fault. And then Shelley's kind of just this sad gray area where it's like, damn, Leo sucks, and he's just gone actually being captured by Wyndham, and her only other person is Bobby, and it's like, I don't know if Bobby has much of a chance against Wyndham. So yeah, I think Shelley is very, very much safer just at the Double R. Like, just stay.
I agree.
Stay there.
Agree.
Never leave. Move in.
Never leave
if you could.
Stay at work. Yeah, stay on the clock. Get paid, girl.
Yeah, it's like sad. I would like her to be able to live a life, but man, it's been kind of rough for Shelley.
I feel like the Double R is a 24-hour diner.
That's
also,
true.
By the way,
it is. Yeah. At least Norma says they're open every day.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And I'm sure she gets to leave every once in a while, but
no Christmases, no
no
birthdays,
holidays,
and
they don't celebrate none. No close in the shop for the day, which can't be super busy on those days. But who knows? Maybe there's some traditions for some people. Let's head to the Double R for breakfast Christmas morning after presents or something. That'd be
actually
sweet.
Sounds kind of sick.
I would be sick. I would be in. I would be down. If Norma's going to have it open, I'm going to go in there. No, but regardless, we'll head to the Blue Pine Lodge where Thomas Eckhart arrives to dine with Catherine, discussing his rivalry with Andrew Packard. He reveals that he did, in fact, arrange to have him killed because of his obsession with Josie. They discuss Josie. They discuss trading her like she's a piece of property. They discuss her hands, her beautiful hands.
Yeah. And very much bring attention to it there. And even Eckart's like, yes, I remember. He's like, I remember these hands. These are fucking ingrained into my brain. So like, what is that? Is it just this weird sexual attraction and like just a?
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
What was the? Oh my God, I'm trying to remember. I think it was. It's pissed me off that I don't remember the movie. But someone will, the white man takes your hand and kisses it, versus, someone who gently grabs
if
your
Beale
hand.
Street could talk.
Okay, yeah. And I forgot how it went, but it was like a progressive, like it got worse and worse over like someone taking your hand and giving it a kiss or something. And it felt a little like that. It felt a little like with slaves and masters and the kind of that being played with a lot. It felt like it was just a power play or more of like a thing. But the nails in the hand, I don't know. It feels like there is still something else that.
Yeah, they can work on multiple levels. I see where you're getting at, but yeah. Regardless, Josie's in there cutting up food, and I thought for sure with all the discussion about her hands that she was gonna cut off a finger or something. I thought that was like accidentally.
Guys. Bang! Yeah. It was just not even me.
I thought like lost in thought, just she's focusing on their conversation as she is cutting food. She'd slice herself or something. But alas, I was wrong. But
cutting that apple up though. I mean, hey, that main course looked fucking. That's insane.
That was whipped a pig's head.
Yeah, pig's head with fruit and just all the shit around. I mean, that's a cartoon main course.
That's a cartoon meal.
That's literally a Tom and Jerry fucking pull the silver plate up and that's what comes out.
Bro, Shaggy is going to open his entire gullet and swallow that thing whole.
Yeah, one bite and that is it. But yeah, it's crazy that this is what they're getting down to. And yet it did feel like Josie was the side business, which is crazy. That it's like, all right, we'll talk about Josie and it's like, all right, now main course. Now let's get to let's get to talking. So it's like, what's
the plan?
What
are
they
what
planning?
the dog doing?
So,
I don't know, but we shall see eventually, I suppose. But regardless, we'll go back to the Marsh home along with James for some reason, as he asks Evelyn, why? Why did you do it? And, she says, I did it for the money and out of fear. But she's like, I do like you, James. You are beautiful, and I do. And he's like, yeah, I do too, but what the fuck? However, it's then Malcolm is ready for it. He comes at James with a gun, hits him in the back of the head, and is like, yeah, let's kill him. Come on now. He's like, put your hands on the gun, baby. We're going to make it look like you shot him. He came back. You were ready for him. You got your gun and you shot him until he was dead.
Yep. Man, this fucking, God, thank God we're just hopefully never gonna see these people again. It's not like it is this weird air that I sit with. It's like I don't hate this story. It's like it's good. It's like
it's fine.
It's not.
Yeah.
I guess it's not great, but it's like it's not actually bad. But it's just more of just like I don't know. Evelyn, they just get under my skin for whatever reason. It's like
the problem is that it's just been so much longer than it needed to be. Like it's been probably twice as many episodes as it needed to be. If it's been 3, it should have been 1.5 episodes. If it's been 4, it should have been 2 episodes.
Yeah.
No matter what, you could have halved this story and it would have been fine.
Yeah, but at least where it's going down, it's all come around finally. I think
and it's a good conclusion. It does. It's a fulfilling, nice way to end the story.
Yeah, and I guess Evelyn actually did get my shot of the episode. I don't know when this happened. I think it was when Donna came into the bar when she was drunk as hell. She was just blowing O's straight up, just literally in TV slow motion blowing O's. I thought that was just hilarious. That it's like I don't know. That's captured on film forever, That is forever. How long have humans been blowing O's for,
always.
Yeah.
Ever since we could smoke shit, we were like, what can I do with this?
I bet it is actually really early fucking on. That's like,
I guarantee you it is.
I thought it was a recent, I don't know why. I thought it was actually more of a recent, like we just fuck around.
Well, vape tricks have definitely expanded our capability.
Yes.
I think
the airbender type shit that like people do.
Like that has not always existed. I don't think.
Yeah.
But O's, I feel like one motherfucker accidentally happened upon that.
Like,
and then was like,
gotta check this out.
Y'all have gotta see this.
Dang. That's why you're like to live in that time of just you discover that just never has happened before. You were the first
and
motherfucker to blow
smoke tricks are they're at least of a certain age because J.R.R. Tolkien was like Gandalf blows sick smoke, dude.
Okay.
He's blowing fucking ships out his mouth
true.
And shit. And obviously he's a wizard, but like I think it was based in the idea that motherfuckers could do it and just not to that level, Yeah,
I don't I think it goes back as early as we can know.
I'm going millennia.
Yeah, I think you just go whenever we smoke shit. Whenever we just started doing that.
Whenever we were like, I got that poppy weed. It's
this is but we have it here. Encapsulated
love the O's.
forever.
Big O's.
Sadly with Evelyn.
It was sick though. It was sick.
It was fucking sick. I mean, but anyway.
that's the thing. I can't handle like smoking anything hardly anymore. Like actual weed, I'm like very very few hits and I'm done. I've been addicted to nicotine. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
So like I can't do that.
Yeah,
but if like there's something so satisfying. About blowing vapor from your mouth. Yep. I don't know what it is. Yep. I love it. It's so nice.
Weird.
Just that act.
O's
God, nicotine sounds so good.
The goat, you puff a little puff out and get it back, and like get it all. It's just a weird. We love playing with air. Yeah. I don't know. We're weird. But yeah, Evelyn, I forgot. I'm glad I remembered to bring that up this time. I forgot last recording actually to bring up the shot, but there we go.
As soon as this episode ends, I'm buying cigarettes. No, I'm just kidding. But Might as well. All the shit they're finding in vapes now. I've already destroyed my shit.
That's fair.
But no, not really. There is still time. I saw the TV glow. But we'll head to Appomattox, where Ben, Audrey, Jerry, Bobby, and Jacoby reenact the surrender of Appomattox. However, in their version of the reenactment, General Grant, played by Jacoby, surrenders. He hands his sword over to Ben, and Ben collapses. And when he comes to, we get our most on-the-nose Wizard of Oz reference yet. I just had the strangest dream. And you were there? And you were there?
Huh?
And you were there?
Wow.
It's literally the last scene of The Wizard of Oz, which is great. I love that shit.
Yeah, it's glad to have him back. The only interesting thing, which I think falls through pretty quickly, is whatever Ben signed, that Jacoby had him sign. Yeah, I don't think it could be anything, giving Jacoby the business. I don't know. Because he wasn't of stable mind, it seems that has to be a pretty thing. But it was, in the moment that it was signed, he became stable again. So it's like a weird, I don't know. I wonder what could have been signed, if anything.
What did this to my boy? Yeah, I don't know.
But
yeah, Ben seems to be back, which is good. It's somehow a favorable state to his delusions of being Robert E. Lee. Somehow, the way Ben was before was better.
Yeah, maybe. Wow. Well, that's a tough. Which do you choose? I don't know which one I want. Actually, it's like a modern day.
I mean,
actually,
he's actually relatively harmless, acting like he's Robert E. Lee.
That's true. Yeah, it's like, well,
that actually might be better in general for everybody, for
Audrey,
him to continue his delusion.
I think you made the wrong decision. Well, maybe
your dad fucking sucks.
Maybe she just wants her father back. I don't know, or just trying to have a father. I guess, yeah, that would suck for this to be your dad. So, but yeah, I guess glad that Robert E. Lee's done or over with.
Bye, Bob.
So
bye, Bob Lee. Bobby Lee. But
yes.
Yeah, deuces. See ya. Thank God. Because that's second fiddle to the Marsh storyline for being the one that I'm like, okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Again, probably could have halved it and it would have been fine. But regardless, we'll head over to Wyndham Earl, who's putting on a disguise with some whopping sideburns and quite the mustache, as he has Leo transcribe a message to be given to Donna, Shelley, and Audrey. And Leo's penmanship is not exactly where you want it to be, fresh out of a coma and fresh out of being a vegetable. And
did
Wyndham lets him know
how to write in the first place too? I don't.
There's some are saying he might not.
I wouldn't put it past him. But yeah, he not the best situation to be in here. That's for sure. Poor Leo. No, you actually you
Leo,
deserve this, dude.
But no, it's a rough way. It's a rough state of affairs for the lad. Shite state of affairs, some might say.
Yes.
But Earl goes ahead, throws on the disguise, and we know that he's heading to the Great Northern, but we'll see that before long. We'll head over to the marshes in the meantime, where Malcolm tries to convince Evelyn to get her prince on the gun once more. It's then that Donna arrives, pleading for James's life, just bursts through the front door, is like, please, no, don't do it, no! And as Malcolm demands the gun from Evelyn shoots him instead. Then mutters the story that he fed her about what they were going to say about James. And she stares off into the cold distance, pretty much just giving up.
But I was ready. I grabbed a gun and I shot him until he was dead. And yeah, I actually did like the camera difference whenever she was in this trauma mode versus not, and like
right.
In the slow. I thought it was actually Diane Keaton. Hey, I did like the guest directorial.
Killing it.
Yeah, it was very nice. So even with a storyline that I'm not truly all gung ho for, it was still like it was done well. I think it was shot well. Malcolm's the bullet I thought was gonna hit Donna. I thought Donna was actually dead here for a little bit. I had that thought that it was like she didn't know she got hit. or like it was going to be after the fact that she realized she's bleeding out too. But thank God that didn't happen. But yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, Jesus, that would have sucked so bad if they're like, oh yeah, and Donna just got killed as a result of this shit storyline.
Yeah, because then James wakes up and then he goes even more into
then like he is an actual. Then he has reason to believe everything he already believes.
That's kind of true. He's kind of done for after that moment. But
like we're talking about James is going to drive his bike off the nearest fucking cliff.
Yes. It's not looking good. But we're okay, actually. I guess Evelyn's still alive, but hopefully just going to prison. And there we go. But yeah, I'm glad.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We'll see you later.
Mm-hmm.
We're closing the door on this one. James and Donna get to go back to Twin Peaks. Very little progress made for them.
Only more for
more
James
death
to believe
more death
that, like, he's actually right. Even with Donna not dying, it's
more death. It's a rough situation. But we'll get to the Great Northern, where Cooper looks at a photo of Caroline, which he keeps in his wallet.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Just fucks me up, man. And we see him pass Wyndham Earl, who is in his disguise and very pleased with himself, as he delivers a message to the front desk for Audrey. And Dale gets to his room, where he finds a death mask of Caroline, along with a tape-recorded message from Wyndham, and it's like glowing from within. It's super cool, very cool effect. And he pulls the mask to his face, and we see his eyes through the eyes, and we hear Wyndham say, "Make your move, Coop." Yes. And thus the episode ends.
Bum. Yes, Wyndham. He's not playing around. He's not patient.
No.
He's not going to wait around and be patient. No, he wants to play this game. He wants to.
Let's get him popping.
It takes 2 days. Or they said for like the post-mortem or whatever, rictus, whatever, you get stiff or whatever, to make him point.
Rigor mortis.
Yes, to make him point at the thing. So it's like, has he already killed someone so that he can have a body that is stiff? And,
ready well, and is he going to make every move the same way?
True. That's fair. That's fair. He doesn't have to actually have him point or whatever. It could just be hey, this person's dead. I'm going to string him up on the fucking, I don't know, on this post. Or I don't know, whatever the hell he's going to do. But yeah, I'm worried for the 3 queens of Twin Peaks right now. Audrey feels like the most likely one to go after. But Shelley feels like the most vulnerable target. Yeah. So, and then Donna's just somewhere in between. It'll be interesting to see if he goes after all 3. I don't know if he tries to actually go after all 3 or just picks one or whatever. What's the going?
Move? We'll see. We'll see. We've actually still got a few new characters we haven't met yet that are going to be introduced within these last few episodes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I would not have expected that.
We've still got as many episodes left as there were in the first season.
Dang. Wow. Okay.
So like there's still a lot of ground we can cover. We got 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 7 episodes versus 8 in the first season.
That does reframe it. That does change.
It does a little bit. We have a lot of ground we can cover, and the finale, I'm pretty sure, is another hour-long spectacle, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double-check that. I might be wrong. In fact, I think I am. It might just be the first episode.
It might feel like it,
longer.
Though. It might just...
Okay, it's 50, so it's a little longer. Yeah. Not by much, though. But yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to, man. We've turned over a new leaf. We're heading in the right direction. And it is the beginning of the end. You're right about that. That's absolutely the correct take. And yeah, it's time for the last chapter, baby. And then time for the return. And I cannot wait. I'm going to do the plugs, and then we'll get on out of here. We will be back next week with Twin Peaks Season 2, Episode 16. with the director being Leslie Linka Glatter, who is a Twin Peaks regular, and I think she directed the second most episodes behind David Lynch, or right around there anyway. And it's kind of a return to a little bit of stuff that's kind of like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, or next week brings. I mean probably tomorrow for us. I don't know. We haven't talked about that. Regardless, we got that next week. We are also doing the Cinementalists. Right now we are covering the Alien franchise. I'm very, very excited about it. Last week was Alien Resurrection, and this week will bring us Prometheus, which we are actually recording right after this. Yeah. So I'm very, very excited for that, and I know Joe is as well. Yeah. So you got to check out the Alien franchise, and you got to listen along with us on the Cinementalists. That's Cinementalists, Cinementalists. Cinementalists. It's like sentimental for cinema, the Sentimentalists, but it's Cinementalists. You know, you get it. But yeah, beyond that, I'm not going to do any other plugs because it's kind of an odd time. We've got Geek With Me, but we're not sure if we're merging Geek With Me and Penny Bloom, so all the Geek With Me episodes are being migrated over to Penny Bloom. But we're unsure if we're going to commit to it being Geek With Me from now on or Penny Bloom. So if you want to just, I mean, if you're that dedicated, you could look up both and see what's there. But I'm pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one or the other. I don't think we're gonna completely throw something else out of left field. But yeah, so we got a lot going on. We're doing that whole Alien project in anticipation of Alien Earth, which we will be covering. We'll be covering Peacemaker Season 2 here before long. Fantastic Four: The First Steps. Actually, that episode should be out roughly today. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we will have seen it this past weekend. Yes, yeah. So we got that. We got a lot. We got a lot going on. So be sure to check it all out. You can follow me on Substack. I'm writing a lot more. I actually ended up cranking out 2 more reviews just this weekend, not on brand new movies or anything, but I watched The Shrouds, and I watched something last night called Desert Hearts, and I loved it enough to go, I'm going to write a quick 500 plus words on this and put it out, you know? So I did it. So that's kind of how I'm going to approach things from now on. My Substack, Colton Robertson, again, Cinementalists, you can find it there. Be sure to subscribe. It would mean a lot. I'm trying to get into the Kansas City Film Critics Circle, and I need eyes on my work. That's how I'm going to do it. I need 5,000 unique eyes per month. I've gone up in the last month to, I think, almost 700, which is cool, you know, which is very nice. But I need a lot more than that. So help me out. Help a brother out. But yeah, I think with that, we can conclude this episode of Fire Pod with me, and we'll be back next week. I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, fix your hearts or die.